Hi, I'm Shannon, and I am getting ready to leave for the day. And I'm going to be using my Color Street makeup, and I wanted to share it with you. So come get ready with me. First, I'm going to start with my Color Street Blush Balm. This is in Go Getter. It's so pretty. It's a nice kind of neutrally rose. And it's a balm, so you can use a brush or your finger. I'm just going to use my finger and go on my cheekbones just like so, and it melts right into your skin right into your skin, and it's very buildable. Like you can just start with a little bit and build up, and I love it. It just goes on so creamy and nice. So there's that on that side. Now let me do this side. Just right on my cheekbone, a little bit on the apple, mainly going up to the temples of my cheeks. And my skin gets red when you touch it, so it won't be so noticeable, the blush, when I'm finished. Um, it'll calm down a little bit. So I just love the balms because they're so easy. You don't need anything but your finger. So that's our cheek balm in Go Getter. Now I'm going to use our highlighter balm, and this one's called Superstar. So it's Color Street Highlighter Balm Superstar. And this is really pretty too. This is going to give me a little highlight, and you want to put it everywhere the sun would kiss your face. So just above your cheekbones. And if you use bronzer, you might want to do your highlighter first and then your bronzer and blush. I don't use bronzer because I'm so fair. Maybe that means I should use bronzer. I don't know. But I put it up on my high cheekbones and into my temples, and then along the bridge of my nose, because that's where the sun would hit me if I were outside. And then a little bit in my Cupid's bow. Makes your lips look fuller. So that's the highlighter balm. Next, we're going to get into our eyeshadows. I'm going to be using our Plums eyeshadow palette, the Plums. I love this eyeshadow palette. So first, I'm going to start, and I'm going to take the lightest color, this one right here. It's kind of a ivory, and I'm going to go just under my brow, right on my brow bone, on both sides. And you know, when you're doing your eyes, don't worry if one looks a little bit different than the other, because they're sisters, not twins, right? So I just do a little bit under both brow bones just to highlight my eye. And then because my eyes are kind of close together, I take a little bit of that light color, which is called Pearl, and I'm going to put it on the inner corner of my eyes. And that's going to make me look more awake and make my eyes look farther apart since they're kind of close together. And I learned that trick a long time ago, and it still is one of the little tricks that all the makeup artists teach you. So it's a good one. Hold on to it. So then I'm going to take this color in the middle, which is mauve, and I'm going to go over most of my lid with that one. And now I have hooded lids, which means when my eyes are open, you can't see most of my eyelid because of the way my eyelids are. And so there are a couple of tricks that you can employ when you're dealing with hooded lids. But I'm taking this mauve and going over most of my lid on both sides. And it's just a really pretty soft matte mauve. I really like it. There's different finishes in the eyeshadow palettes, mattes and more glittery shades. So you get the whole spectrum. Now I'm going to take the darker color right here in the corner, which is Fig. And I'm going to go right on my orbital bone, the bone that you can feel in your eyelid. And this is a little trick because of me having these hooded eyes. Normally you would go on your crease, but because you can't see my crease when my eyes are open, I'm going a little higher than my crease on my orbital bone. And so I'm just doing that on both sides. And the key to anything is going to be just blending, blending, blending. So you just use a tiny bit of product. These are highly pigmented eyeshadows, so a little goes a long way. And by the way, all of our makeup is clean, vegan, and not tested on animals. It's cruelty free, which I love. And I'm going to take that same color and go down on my lash line a little bit towards the middle of my eye and out to meet where I brought it down from my new crease. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There are 6 colors in each palette, and the eyeshadows come in the nudes, the pinks, the plums, and the reds. And don't let the reds scare you. It's not like red. It's a bunch of shades that are red inspired more so than red. So now I'm going to use this purple color in the middle. So pretty. This one's called Amethyst. And it's got a little bit of glitter to it. I'm going to put that in the center of my eyelid. On both sides, of course. And this is a really buildable color. You don't have to be scared of it because it looks really purple in the pan, but on your skin, it's not so wow. It's really buildable. And I'm doing that on both sides here, right in the middle. I love purple's my favorite color, and so I had to get the plums as soon as these eyeshadows came out. And they're just so soft and go on so smoothly. And now for my final little touch, I'm going to take a pencil brush and that same Amethyst. I'm going to load my brush and go underneath my eye and the lower lash line, just about to where my pupil is, and come back out to the corner and just draw a little line. Now you can do this with eyeliner too, but it's a softer look if you do it with eyeshadow. So I'm doing that on both sides and just pulling it up where letting my eyelashes be the guide as to where I end with it. So now that's all I'm going to do with the eyeshadow. And now what I like to do is take a big fluffy brush and just sweep away any fallout off my cheeks. Most of the time I like to do my eyes first, but I got too excited today and went with, because I was using my balms, so I went with my cheeks first. And so now it's time for eyeliner, I'm going to use our Color Street eyeliner. This one's so pretty. This one is in Amethyst. It's the purple one. And I'm going to start on my inner corner. And these are gel eyeliners. So they go on so smoothly and they don't really tug at your eye like a lot of pencils can. And you don't have to sharpen them either. And so I'm just putting on a little bit there in the corner of my, starting at the corner and going towards my pupil. And then I'm going to take it down to my outer lash line. And I'm going to wing it out just a little bit. I have smaller eyes, so I like to wing my eyeshadow out just a little bit on the edge to make them appear more elongated. And now I'm going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to go right where that pearl stops. Forgive my awkward stance as I do my left eye. And the trick to do an eyeliner is short strokes. You don't have to go in and be like, oh, I can't wear eyeliner because I can't draw a straight line. You don't have to go zoop in one full swoop. You can just do short strokes. So I'm just doing short little strokes all the way out to my outer lash line and wing it out just a little bit on the end. So pretty. And now, unfortunately, Color Street doesn't have powder yet, but I like to use a setting powder. So, oh, and I meant to tell you, when you're doing eyeshadow, if you have oily lids, I like to use an eye primer first. You can use an eyeshadow primer, or you can prime your lids with concealer and powder just to set the lid and give you a nice base on which to work. So I'm just doing a little powder in my T-zone. You don't want to powder all over and look real dusty, but just a little bit with a big fluffy brush in my T-zone to get rid of the shine. And that's it. And then we're going to finish off my eyes. I like to do my mascara last as my last step before I'm finished. But the first thing I do before I put on mascara is I put on a lash primer. And I like this one by Essence. It's very inexpensive. It's just called Volume Booster Lash Primer. You can get it on Amazon or anywhere that sells Essence cosmetics. And it goes on white. So I just go in. I only put it on my upper lashes. And I just go in and coat the upper lashes. Sometimes a couple of my lower lashes will get caught in the crossfire, which is fine. But I'm not trying to look like a big spider landed on my face by priming both the top and the bottom. So I do both sides. And the lash primer helps your lashes look longer and fuller. And oh, before you put your lash primer on, you're going to want to curl your lashes. If you curl your lashes, I don't, because my lashes don't take curl. So it's the fact of life with me. I've tried everything. Now I'm going to use our Color Street mascara. Look how pretty it is. It's in black, and the packaging is just so pretty. And the brush is what really makes this mascara. It's got these short little bristles. So good. And the way it's curved, brush is curved, it acts like a reservoir for the product. So you don't want to go and pump your mascara, because all that does is introduces air into your mascara and it dries it out. And the Color Street mascara is already on the drier side anyway, which is a good thing. That means it doesn't go on gloopy. And then you just want to start coating your lashes. Go all the way down to your base of the lashes. And then I like to kind of wiggle my brush to get those lashes coated, because I don't know about you, but I don't have time to put on 3 coats of mascara. So I just do my quick primer and then 1 coat of mascara and I'm out the door. So I'm just grabbing these outer corner lashes now with the tip of my wand. And see how pretty? This mascara is so awesome. It doesn't flake or clump. It doesn't smudge underneath your eyes. You won't have raccoon eyes on at the end of the day. It's so awesome. And then I just barely touch my bottom lashes with the wand, because again, I don't want that spider look. But I mean, I have lashes down here, so I might as well play them up a little bit, right? I'm going to go in, get a little bit more product for my other eye, and do the same thing over here. And just wiggle it once you get to the base. Get those lashes coated, especially in the middle, and they'll look longer. And then go to your corner lashes with the tip of the wand. And I know it can seem harrowing to do your lashes at the very last part of your makeup, because you don't want to mess up your pretty eyeshadow that you just did. But if you make any mistakes or get any smudges on your eyeshadow, just take a wet Q-tip with micellar water on it or makeup remover and go over where your smudge is. And I see I have a smudge. So I'm going to have to fix that. So just a little bit on the bottom lashes, just a kiss. I don't want to do too much down there. And there we go. So now, in less than 20 minutes, oh wait, my lipstick, I almost forgot. Oh, and I have to fix my mistake. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip and go where I smudged. And the mascara is still wet enough that it's just picking right off. So now it's gone. Perfect. So now, finishing touch, some lipstick. This is VIP. And Color Street's lipstick is so great because I don't know if you can hear this, but there's a magnet inside the packaging in the tube. So your lipstick won't come open when it's in your purse and get lipstick everywhere and ruin your lipstick. So I'm using VIP today. And it doesn't take much, just a couple swipes and you're all set. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.